DC, we need to have a little talk. We need to have a little talk. My glasses are so fucking crooked. Now, I know you guys are very optimistic. You started off with Man of Steel, which wasn't too bad. And, it was a little bit on the edgy side, a little bit, unsure of itself and making the audience unsure of the future of DC, but it was still a decent movie. But I don't think I need to reiterate my thoughts on the mess that was Batman v Superman. I mean, there's a video not too long ago from my channel. You can just look at that shit instead. I'm not here to make complaints about that movie. That's already happened. That shit's gone. It's past us. It's not water under the bridge, but it's in the past. That shit ain't water under the bridge until I get my fucking $10, $13 back I paid for that ticket that Snyder got from me, the fucker. So, I ain't forgiving him. But I'm saying this. It's time to move on, DC. Snyder is not the answer. Every time I see a fucking one of the movies in your lineup, just looking up information about it, I see the fucking words executive producer Zac Snyder. You cannot have a fucking successful cinematic universe with this guy at the head of the table. It's not happening. I like how you can barely see my face. I know I say this so much, but the lighting's so fucking bad. The sun's out, and I can't really get a good angle on it. But, this one I gotta sit like this. Snyder, you're gonna have to leave. I mean, really, why is this a good decision to keep this guy around? What has he done for you? Man of Steel wasn't as big of a flop as Batman v Superman, but it was still a flop. A movie like Deadpool, which had way less budget, made way more money than fucking Man of Steel. So that was a good investment, but Man of Steel was not a good investment, and neither was Batman v Superman. And it really puts things into perspective for you when their fucking latest movie, fucking Suicide Squad, is being reshot. They're reshooting a couple of scenes or whatever I don't know how much they're reshooting for the movie, but trying to make it less serious and more like Marvel. Even though we said we wanted to be different than Marvel, but our marketing sucks, so we have no choice but to actually copy them. Except we don't have the universe that's built up for that because we need to take time to build our shit up like Marvel because Marvel didn't start shitting out Avenger tier movies fucking day one. And you would think that people would get that. But money clouds the mind, I suppose. Look, fire Zac Snyder. Hire Joss Whedon. He's done with Marvel. He's pissed. They took too much control of him. They fucking made Avengers 2 a mess. I mean, I still liked Avengers 2, but it wasn't as good as it could have been because Joss Whedon didn't have the creativity to he didn't really have the creative freedom to make the movie that he really wanted to make. And it showed with that whole fucking bullshit Hulk and Black Widow. Look, anyway. That's not the point. The point is, he's done with Marvel. You have a perfect guy he has the best record for superhero movies out of any director, and you're going to fucking pick Zac Snyder when you could just get Joss Whedon. I don't know what you did, what contract you signed, but if Snyder actually has to stay on board, then there's no fucking hope for this fucking cinematic universe at all. You cannot tell me hack fucking Snyder is going to make a 2-part Justice League movie with multiple other characters from the DC universe and make it a hit when he couldn't even make a movie with 2 of the fucking big hitting DC superhero movies a success. How the fuck is he gonna handle a 2-part story when he can barely get down to one fucking script for an entire movie? I mean, what the fuck are you thinking? I don't even hate DC. Everybody knows I loved Young Justice and shit like that back in the day. In college, I rewatched fucking the Batman, the animated series and shit. I like Batman. I like DC, you know. I don't really like what they do with Batman now. I think that's a bit too much. Maybe one day I'll make a video on that, but Batman's a little bit too overpowered for my taste, and I hear he's getting a little better in New 52, and by a little better, I mean he's getting more fucking broken. But not to rant about a ruined concept. He cannot bring out the personality that we expect from these characters. He just can't. He is not capable of it. Or maybe he is, but he doesn't want to. It feels like he's just here to show off his CG. Do you really want a guy like that? You want this guy to be ahead of this fucking cinematic universe when he can't even make Superman charismatic? That's like the easiest thing to do. Ha ha ha. All in a day's work. And make him smile. But nothing like that ever happens in fucking Batman v Superman, and I don't see why it will happen in any future movies, because Superman's probably gonna come out evil because, you know, Zac Snyder's just gonna shove as many premature comic book plots in one fucking movie as possible. This guy doesn't give a shit. He needs to be removed post-haste. It's over. He had his trial run. But as long as this fuck is in charge of this cinematic universe, he will not bring it to glory. I mean, seriously, think about this. There's already directors leaving because they don't like Snyder's fucking executive producing, which lets us know that any other movie probably doesn't have as much doesn't really have much creative freedom. The fucking jackass had a perfect opportunity to just have TV Flash be this universe's Flash, but he said, "Oh, well, that Flash doesn't really fit the universe I'm trying to make." You're like, what, TV Flash? You mean the Flash who's pretty much just the Flash? Yeah, see, he's not, I don't really know if he's, you know, really gonna work with what I'm trying to do here. Okay. Because he doesn't use guns? Because he doesn't snap necks? I really don't look forward to seeing what Snyder's gonna do to the Flash. In fact, I probably won't really see any more DC movies. I mean, why would there be any hope for a franchise like this? I mean, they're pretty much, you know, the fans are just so ludicrous and ridiculous. You know, we're talking about, oh man, you know, Suicide Squad is just gonna be just as good as Guardians of the Galaxy, even better. Well, look, I hate to break your fucking dreams, but you're kind of just selling the movie on Harley Quinn. I mean, really, without Harley Quinn, would anybody really give a shit about this movie? All you guys seem to care about is how hot Harley Quinn is, but nobody ever talks about anybody else in Suicide Squad. Nobody ever looks forward to it, and it seems to be the character they're pushing the most, because she's probably the only one character with any sort of charisma, even if it's forced, shitty jokes about her undressing and whatnot in trailers. Whatever! Hell, hire me over Zac Snyder. I haven't even fucking directed a movie, but I can tell you, I probably bring these characters to life on the big screen better than this jackass could ever hope to. I mean, why? Why would you put your faith in a man like this? He doesn't like these characters. He's not a comic book fan. Not a single comic book fan would make a movie like Batman v Superman. And the jackass you're comparing, now you're trying to catch up to the fucking Avengers 3 hype. You saw when Avengers 3 was coming out, and you saw they were doing two-parters, but then you were like, hey, you know, I could do two-parters too. I could do that. I'll release it around the same time, Justice League Part 1 and Justice League Part 2. Even though I haven't earned the right to make people pay for the same movie twice, I'm going to. See, Avengers 3 is probably going to be a huge fucking movie. Like, the general scale of it is probably going to be bigger than anything we've seen from any superhero movie. But there's no way the Justice League scale is going to be as big. And what the fuck? Oh my god. I mean, why the fuck does Aquaman look like some fucking emo fish? I mean, what? I wasn't expecting the original uniform to come back. I mean, we all know it looks silly, but this looks silly too. And then they've ruined the Joker already, so there's no point of that. You know, I'm supposed to be see, all these iconic villains have already been ruined. That's how you know this universe is going nowhere. Lex Luthor and Joker, two of the most iconic villains in comic book history, suck. They suck. Why should I have hope for anything that doesn't... Look, if these movies with the big hitters are bad, then how am I supposed to expect that movies with like lesser known characters are going to be any good? And you know, they're trying to say, we're different from Marvel, except you're copying their formula in the shittiest way possible. So, I mean, what, you're going to have to reboot it again. I know people are saying that we're not going to have to reboot. You're going to have to at this rate. Everything's falling apart. Fire Zac Snyder. It's not worth it. It's just like, you know, I guess it just irritates me because I like Marvel. I really do. But it's not like I just want it to be that much better than the competition just because. I would appreciate DC to offer up some decent competition, but they just don't. And then the only thing that we ever even have to look forward to is fucking, what's his name? Ben Affleck's Solo movie. That's the only thing we have to look forward to. And even that could be fucked because Zac Snyder has to put his dick in everything. So I know this DC rant came out of nowhere, but it's been building up for a long time, and I just gotta say, fire Snyder, hire Whedon. Fire Snyder, hire Whedon. Fire fucking Snyder and hire fucking Whedon. So, I know none of these DC executives will see this movie, but on the this video, but on the slim chance that they do, I have to make my voice be heard. As the man who brought you righteous fury when Young Justice was canceled, it is my fucking duty to speak out against this crime, this abomination. Fucking Doomsday and Batman v Superman. Fuck you, Snyder. Fuck you.